Welcome to their Team Solemn Circus live duel. Down on the left side, we have Dark Magicians, a fan favorite, blast from the past. As well as on the right side here, we have Floowandereeze. I guess, your anti-meta rogue, whatever you guys want to call it. I definitely think it's a meta deck. We're going to see some die rolls here. I'm going to be very interested to see how, if I guess, 2017 deck or if Dark Magician can choose. They're going to win the die roll here, so they're going to choose who's going to go first or second, choosing to go first themselves. We're going to see a Dark Magical Circle here, activated. And we're going to be able to look at the top cards of our deck. 3 cards. We see a Branded Fusion. They didn't see any of the rearrange it the way they wanted to, though. I thought we saw Branded Fusion, Miracleized Fusion, and then Tamias, but I'm not too sure about that. They're activate the Magician's Souls here. They're going to be sending. Interesting that they choose to activate the Dark Magical Circle first. Here they're just reading their card. Are they going to special summon itself? Are they going to special summon a Dark Magician from the deck? They're going to special summon Eye of Tamias by... I'm so confused here. So they're going to activate the effect of the Magician's Soul, sending a spell and a trap to the graveyard to draw 2 cards, sending the Eternal Soul to graveyard as well as the Dark Magical Circle to draw 2, and they're going to set 2 cards as well and just pass on that. Very unfortunate here. We're going to see a Dimension, D barrier being activated here, not D barrier. A D fissure being activated here. We're going to see a wow, okay. So kind of for the effect, then we're going to chain and using both to tribute summon. Going for the M pen here, they're not searching off the Rabina. That's kind of weird. You have to search off the Rabina to be able to normal summon that M pen. So kind of just misplaying there, not having an extra bird in hand. I also don't see them adding the Rabina back to hand off of that summon. We see 2 Dark Magicians in hand and a Soul Servant, as well as the Dragon Tamias. We're going to special summon out the Tamias by sending the Dark Magician to graveyard, but it'll get banished because we have D-Fissure as well as Dimension Shifter up. They're going to activate the effect of Eye of Tamias to fuse using itself and the Dark Magician that is in hand, going for a copy of Dragoon, putting it in defense position to stop the M-Pen Floodgate. Can add for the effect to destroy M-Pen, and then take 28, I believe. Can activate the Soul Servant effect. And will I get to activate effect off of the Dark Magician here? The circle? Interesting how they are playing the gold versions of the Dark Magicians. I personally like the gold rarity myself. I think they're very, very fresh. Putting the rod on the top of the deck. They're going to pass their turn there. So they don't have the Dragoon Negate live because they don't have a card in hand. here they're just gonna Floowandereeze is just gonna pass there as we see. I'm not adding that level 4 lower off Rabina, as well as adding the Rabina back to hand really hurts here because we don't see a little bird in hand. And we're going to see another Magician Circle being activated. We're going to look at the top cards of our deck. We did see a Dark Magician Girl there. Then looks like we're in our battle phase. We're going to attack with Rod as well as the Dragoon and just pass there. And it looks like here we have an Apex, an Advent. They're going to act with the Advent. I don't know what the last card in hand is. They're going to be banishing the Apex. Searching for the Rabina here. I mean, I would search for the Eaglin and then Eaglin 1, Rabina 2. Personally, you already have a Rabina in rotation there. So they're normal summoning the Rabina, activate the effect. Adding the Eaglin, activating the Eaglin effect here. Searching for an M-Pen. It's hard because, you know, we do see a negate on the field, but because we don't have a monster card in hand, we can't negate with it, which kind of sucks. Then we're going to be able to use the Unexplored Winds to summon back the M-Pen. And are we chaining? Oh, we're activating the M-Pen effect, but are we chaining the Rabina to add back to hand? It doesn't look like... Oh, okay, we are. Okay. Thank gosh. That would have been really bad. We did see them add the trap, though. Enter battle phase, and M-Pen's going to attack into the Rod. And then we're going to see the Eaglin attack. We're going to set one mystery card and pass. I believe they draw Dark Magician Girl here, which I did know off the top. Oh, they drew Magician Souls. Okay. So see a normal summon of Magician Souls, and then we're going to see a flipping of the trap card here. Normal summoning that Rabina. Searching for an Eaglin. Normal summoning the Eaglin. And we're going for the Ryza here. They have Apex already in the banished zone. Going for the Ryza there. They're going to be using the Ryza. I'm seeing how they're not using the continuous. They're putting Soul Servant and then the Magician Souls on the top of the deck, and then they're choosing the third target to go to the hand. So that would be in the hand. They don't all go to the top of the deck. A little bit of a misplay there. Ryza does have some really complicated card words. Definitely needs not an errata, but just a better explanation. Problem solving card text. And here we're gonna see the Dark Magician is gonna scoop it up there. Kind of unfortunate. Especially when we did see that the Flu player was misplaying a bit. You know, you definitely want to add back all your birds, and then the first turn we saw how they just didn't even search off the Rabina, which would have gotten them so much more ahead. They would have not had that little turn skip that we saw for the Dark Magician to be able to chip down the life points there. But it is what it is. We all make misplays. Moving on to game 2 here, we're going to see, it looks like Duality was taken out of the deck. Or no, not Duality. And I think they're siding in some Drolls. Or maybe when Duality was taken out of the deck. We see some shuffling up here. And I assume that the Dark Magician player is going to choose to go first again. We do see an Albaz, what is branded Dark Magician. And be taking in that branded fusion because Albaz is a dragon. See a Timaeus being activated here, getting rid of a Magician Souls. It's going to be able to activate its effect on field to fusion summon. Itself and the Dark Magician, or Albaz and Dark Magician, to go for the Dragoon here. Then I'm going to take a second to read the effect of Dragoon. Very, very scary for a Floowandereeze player when they're not under. And they're just going to pass on that. They do have a card left in hand. We do see a terraforming in the hand of the player. And after the terraforming effect, you definitely do not Dragoon negate this. I would let this go through. And trying to stop the for the effect. Getting rid of the second Albaz. Stopping the field spell, maybe hoping they don't, but they have the normal summon of Rabina. They're going to get the Eaglin. Eaglin effect's going to activate here, and I think it's pretty much over. We're going to go for the M-Pen there. And are we activating the effects? We're going to activate the effect of the M-Pen. You 100% add back here. Thank goodness. Okay. So we're adding the trap card. We did add back both of the cards there, so we're doing better this time. I think we also see an Ash Blossom in the hand as well. Enter battle phase, and we're going to activate the effect of the M-Pen to hit into the Timaeus. Then we're going to activate the effect of banishing one card from the hand to, half life point. Interesting that they chose not to do that to the Dragoon. Setting one card here and passing. All Dragoon has to do now is turn itself into a defense position, which looks like we're going to see. Activating the effect, getting rid of the that M-Pen. We're not for the trap card in response. I do know that the Floowandereeze is just returning into the game after a few years of absence. He's one of our buddies, and he just gave him the Floowandereeze deck to practice on. So all these cards are very, very new to him. Flu's a very basic deck. There's not much to learn. It obviously takes a few times. This was like his first time at locals. Takes a few times to learn your strategies and to make sure you don't forget stuff. But it helps you learn what your opponents are doing and where to interact. Because they'll be trying to stop your stuff. So it's a very good basic deck to learn, pretty much. It teaches you about the combos and what other decks do, because it's a very control style deck. Your floodgates and stuff like that. Then we're going to see a normal summon of the barrier statue. And they're simply going to pass turn there. They have one card left in hand. Their negate is going to be live. We're going to tribute summon here for the M-Pen. Barrier statue is going to be in the graveyard, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference here. I guess you can't really rise that back. Here we could have Dragoon negated this, and their turn would have practically been over. They're going to search. You can't search for street there. You have to search for a spell and trap. See them search for the Advent. And they do get an immediate normal summon here. So let's see if they're going to utilize that. They're Rabina. They're going to activate the Rabina effect here. And they're going to let that go through, searching for that's the second barrier statue. Then they're going to normal summon the barrier statue, and that's not good. Or they're going to add it to hand here. They're going to get the normal summon them once again. We do see the Toucan in hand too. We see Toucan and Eaglin. We're going to do the barrier statue there. They're going to enter battle phase and attack with the M-Pen, then attack for, I believe that's 16. I think Rabina's at 600. I'm not too sure. I don't know my bird stats. we're going to set one card and pass here. And I think the game is practically over. I don't see Dark Magician, and they're just going to scoop it up. So we see Floowandereeze, unfortunately, 2-0ing Dark Magician. It was a very cool deck. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see it pop off as much as we like. We did see a Dragoon being made. It seems like there's lots of ways to make that Dragoon. Unfortunately, Floowandereeze just takes it off. Hopefully, we'll see more of Dark Magician next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to the video if you enjoyed. If you want to see any of these decks more in the future, let me know in the comment section, and we'll see you in the next one.